The rain hammered against my apartment window like 1,000 tiny fists, desperate to get in, as lightning cracked the Seattle sky open. In that split-second flash, I saw him, a shadowy figure huddled under the awning across the street, soaked to the bone, staring up at my lit window as if it were a beacon. My heart skipped. Strangers didn't just appear in storms like this. Little did I know that knock was coming, and it would shatter my lonely world. My name is Amelia, and that night started like any other in my quiet life. As a graphic designer, tucked away in this rainy city, I'd just settled into my cozy nook with a mug of chamomile tea and my sketch pad. The kind of evening where the world outside blurred into grey oblivion. At 28, I'd grown used to solitude. My friends scattered after college. My last relationship, a distant memory, faded like old ink. Whiskers, my tabby cat, was my only companion, curling up on the windowsill, judging the storm. But then, the knock. Sharp, insistent, cutting through the thunder. I froze, tea sloshing over the rim. Who could it be at 10 p.m.? Peeking through the peephole, I saw him. Tall dark hair plastered to his forehead, a drenched jacket clinging to broad shoulders. His eyes, even distorted by the fisheye lens, held a mix of desperation and warmth. "Please," he called through the door, voice muffled but urgent. "My car's dead. Phone's out of battery. I just need to call a tow. 5 minutes, I promise." Hesitation gripped me. Seattle nights bred cautionary tales. But something in his tone, vulnerable yet polite, tugged at me. Against my better judgment, I cracked the door, chain still latched. "You could be anyone," I said, trying to sound firm. He smiled faintly, rain dripping from his lashes. "Fair point. Name's Ethan. I was driving back from a photo shoot. I'm a photographer, and this storm hit like a wall. Your light was the only one on the block." Whiskers meowed suspiciously from behind me, but I unlatched the chain. "Come in, but stay by the door." He stepped inside, dripping on the mat, and the air shifted. Charged. Like the storm outside had followed him. I handed him my phone, keeping my distance as he dialed. No signal inside apparently. The storm was messing with everything. "Mind if I step out to the hallway?" he asked. I nodded, watching him pace, his voice low and frustrated with the tow company. When he returned, defeated, he handed it back. "They're swamped. Hours out. I can wait outside." The thunder boomed, and I glanced at the howling wind. "No, that's cruel. Sit. Dry off." It was impulsive, but loneliness makes you reckless sometimes. He perched on the edge of my couch. Towel I offered draped over his shoulders. Awkward silence stretched, broken only by the rain's rhythm. "So, photographer," I ventured, pouring him tea to fill the void. "Yeah," he said, eyes lighting up. "Freelance, capturing moments, weddings, landscapes, whatever pays. Tonight was a night shoot at the pier. Ironic, huh?" He pulled out a small camera from his bag, miraculously dry. "See, this one's from earlier. The city lights reflecting in puddles." I leaned in, our heads close over the screen. His photos were stunning, ethereal, alive. "These are beautiful," I murmured, forgetting my wariness. "I'm Amelia, by the way. I design book covers, romance novels mostly." Ironic for someone who's allergic to dates. He chuckled, a warm sound that cut through the chill. "Allergic? Or just waiting for the right story? Flattery? Maybe." But as minutes ticked into an hour, conversation flowed like the tea refills. He shared tales of traveling solo through Europe, chasing sunset. I confessed my dreams of illustrating my own graphic novel, stuck in routine. Whiskers, traitor that he was, hopped into his lap, purring approval. The tow truck never came that night. The storm knocked out lines everywhere. Crash on the couch, I offered, cheeks flushing. He agreed, grateful, and we talked till the wee hours. About fears. His of settling down too soon. Mine of never letting anyone in. About joys. The perfect cup of coffee. A rainy day sketch session. Morning brought a lull in the rain. Sunlight peeking through clouds like a promise. Ethan fixed us breakfast from my sparse pantry. Eggs and toast. His hands steady as he whisked. Last night was unexpected, he said, eyes meeting mine over the table. Magical, I whispered, heart racing. We exchanged numbers. A tentative coffee date planned for that afternoon. As he left, he paused at the door. Amelia, thanks for the shelter and the spark. Days blurred into weeks. That coffee turned into walks along the waterfront, his camera capturing us, laughing in the mist. He showed me hidden spots. A rooftop garden blooming defiantly in the rain, a cozy bookstore where we read poetry aloud. I introduced him to my world, late-night sketching sessions, where he'd pose dramatically, inspiring my art. Romance bloomed subtly, like Seattle's cherry blossoms in spring. Our first kiss happened under an umbrella during a sudden downpour, his hand cupping my face, gentle yet electric. You've brightened my wandering life, he murmured. We faced hiccups, his travel gigs pulling him away, my insecurities whispering doubts. But we'd talk it out, curled on my couch with Whiskers between us. He taught me to chase adventures. I grounded him with home-cooked meals and quiet evenings. One evening, months later, he knocked again, unannounced, holding a bouquet of wildflowers. Remember that stormy night? He asked, pulling me close. How could I forget? I laughed, tears pricking. What if one stranger's knock can rewrite your entire story? In the end, as I reflect on how Ethan turned my lonely nights into radiant days, I wonder, are we all just waiting for that magical moment to let the light in?